Hi guys, and welcome to Classic TV Facts and Trivia. Thank you so much for being here. Today's video is on Sanford and Son, one of the best shows to ever hit television. Here's 15 facts about Sanford and Son. We're going to start with Cleavon Little was the one who suggested Red Fox as the lead. Cleavon Little, who was known for Blazing Saddles, was approached to work on the project but had to say no because of prior commitments. He suggested Red Fox, his co-star in Cotton Comes to Harlem. In the film, Fox played a junk dealer. Damon Wilson didn't think the show would last very long when he signed up. He caught the attention of executive producer Bud Yorkin during a guest appearance on All in the Family in '71, where he played a burglar who broke into Archie Bunker's house. I thought about it long and hard and decided to take a chance, Wilson later said, of saying yes to Sanford and Son. Red and I thought we could grab some quick cash plus notoriety, then move on to the next project. CBS passed on the show and regretted it for years. Wilson and Fox first met each other in Vegas, where Fox was doing stand-up. 4 days after their first reading together, they performed in front of the All in the Family cast, where a visiting NBC vice president witnessed the future and ordered a pilot. Yorkin claimed that he was unable to get any CBS officials to watch Fox and Wilson's rehearsals. It was one of the stupid things I did at CBS, the network's then president Fred Silverman admitted. We had All in the Family on the air, and Bud and Norman Lear came in with the idea, and it was called Steptoe and Son. They failed to mention that Red Fox was on it, or that it was going to be a black show. They never said that. And they just described it, and I said, well, I don't understand. You're selling us a show we already have. I mean, we have All in the Family, and this sounds like Archie and the Meathead. Quincy Jones composed the theme song. Quincy Jones was skeptical of Sanford and Son because he had worked with Fox decades earlier in the shows, and recalled not one word of the comedian's mouth being appropriate for NBC. I just wrote what he looked like, Jones said about his composition, The Street Beater, the series theme song. It sounds just like him, doesn't it? Fox wore makeup to look older. Fox was nicknamed Chicago Red because of his hair color. He was only 49 years old when the series began. Fred Sanford was 65. He complained that a lot of people assumed he was Fred's age. The heavy shoes were what transformed Red into Fred. Just as soon as I put those big heavy shoes on and walk out there, I become Sanford. But not until then, not until I put my shoes on, Fox said. I can put the rest of the outfit on, but if I don't have those shoes on, I don't walk like him, and I don't think like him. Fred Sanford was named after Red's brother. It was a comedian's tribute to his brother who had died 5 years before the show premiered. Lamont Sanford was named after Lamont Owsley, one of the two other teenagers who made up the washtub band Fox performed with when he dropped out of high school after just 1 year. The character Grady Wilson, played by Whitman Mayo, was named after Damon Wilson, whose full name is Grady Damon Wilson. Fox based the heart attacks on his mother. Fred Sanford is Mary Sanford, who is my mother, but you can reverse personalities into male or female. Fox told Sammy Davis Jr. on Sammy and Company, my mother would do the same thing. She would have heart attacks when I was a kid, I remember. When she wanted something done, she could hardly breathe. She had emphysema. She had cancer. She had lumbago. She had whooping cough. LaWanda Page would have been fired if it was not for Fox. LaWanda Page was the only actress Fox wanted to play Fred's sister-in-law, Esther. Page was too nervous to give an audition producers liked, but Fox insisted they were going to let me go, Page told Jet Magazine in '77, but Red said, no, you ain't going to let her go. That's LaWanda, and I know she can do it. Just give me some time with her. Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney co-wrote 2 episodes. Legendary comedians co-wrote 2 episodes of Sanford and Son together during the show's 2nd season, The Dowry, and Sanford and Son and Sister Makes 3. Fred sang along to the Ink Spots because Fox was a huge fan. Fox walked off the show during season 3. After the final 6 episodes of the 3rd season, Grady was put in charge of the business while Fred Sanford was in St. Louis attending his cousin's funeral because Fox had walked off the show. Fox in his position claimed the actor was suffering from nervous exhaustion, claustrophobia, and calcification between the 5th and 6th vertebrae in his back. Thanks to the show, and his marriage of 17 years was falling apart because of his busy schedule. NBC and Tamden Productions claimed Fox appeared at the studio flaunting a pearl-handled revolver and had already received a salary bump up to $25,000 an episode from his initial $6,000. Tandem Production sued Fox and Wilson, who joined Fox at the start of season 4 out of solidarity, for $10 million, claiming breach of contract. There was failed spinoff and 2 failed revivals. Before Sanford and Son ended its run, Grady moved out of Watts and with his daughter in Westwood in Grady from 75 to 76, a spinoff that lasted 10 episodes. After Sanford and Son ended in 77, NBC tried to keep the party going without Fox, who left to do a variety show on ABC, and Wilson, who refused to keep the show going due to salary dispute. In Sanford Arms, Phil Wheeler, played by Theodore Wilson, moved into Fred and Lamont's house after the two moved to Arizona. Phil and his 2 teenage children attempted to turn the rooming house next door into a successful hotel. Grady, Bubba, played by Don Bexley, and Esther also appeared. It lasted for 4 episodes. Sanford brought back Fox, but Wilson again refused to reprise his role. The events of Sanford Arms were ignored, and this time Lamont left to work on the Alaska pipeline. He was replaced in the business by Cal Petty, played by Dennis Berkeley, and an optimistic Texan. NBC canceled it after 19 episodes, burning off the final 7 over the summer of 1981. Sanford and Son salvage truck was purchased for $3,500. Fox had kept the 1951 Ford F1 at his own Las Vegas home after the original series ended, returning it briefly to NBC for Sanford. At an auction, Bill Milks bought it, and Donald Dimmitt's Salvage in Argos, Indiana, purchased it from Milks in 1987 for $3,500. When Fox suffered a heart attack on the set of The Royal Family, his co-stars thought he was doing the bit from Sanford and Son. Fox collapsed on October 11th, 1991, during rehearsals for his new sitcom, The Royal Family. They were rehearsing on the set and clowning around, and Red was sort of breaking people up when he collapsed. A woman for the show told the LA Times they all thought he was joking around at first, and then they called the paramedics. And if you never saw any of the episodes of The Royal Family, look them up. That was a great show, man. I think it was going to be as big as Sanford and Son. It was that good. And I love Della Reese, and she was on there too. Just a really, really good show. Anything Red Fox did, man, it's pure gold to me, because I thought he was extraordinarily funny. Just extraordinarily funny. But that's all I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget about classic rock and country music facts and trivia. It's on how Bon Jovi had to play Moscow to get his then manager keep him out of prison. It goes in circles over there, man. You got to check it out. Please subscribe. Please like this video if you don't mind. You guys have a great day. God bless. And I'm praying for you.